So you're talking to a new guy and he asks you, so what is it that you look for in a guy? Like, what kind of qualities do you like in a man? Let me tell you why you should never answer that question up front. First of all, the only reason a guy's gonna ask you that question is so that he can find the fastest way to get you hooked. Because if he knows what you want, he's just gonna be that person.
Or maybe he's asking you just to be a nice person and trying to make sure that the both of you don't waste your damn time, right? But that couldn't be it. Obviously, men are just out here to manipulate. We're terrible and evil guys, and we ask these questions not because we care or because we want to form a genuine connection, but obviously because we just have a habit of lying to everybody around us, apparently.
Even if that's not an accurate reflection of who he really is, he's gonna put up that front because he knows that's what you want. So rather than give him a literal cheat sheet on how to manipulate you, I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna answer that question.
Yeah, because obviously we wouldn't answer with the truth, right? We wouldn't answer with something that's honest, okay? Because, and guys, this is why men in general, one of the many reasons why men in general are done with relationships, done with marriage and crap like that, because there's no transparency anymore, right? Everybody just wants the fast new thing. Nobody wants to work on relationships. It's all about, you know, what's fast, what's new. How can we deceive other people into trying to lie, you know, into trying to, believe that, you know, we're somebody that we're not. Right? There's no honesty. And these are the same girls, guys, who get on here and talk about open and honest communication, right? And how their relationships are so toxic and things are so difficult for them, yet they're the ones out here preaching dishonesty. It amazes me, guys. It truly does.
You're gonna tell him, how about you show me who you are, and then I'll let you know if you're the kind of guy I'm looking for. That way, he'll take you seriously because he knows you're not easily manipulated, and you're going to save yourself a lot of time because you're going to know within a few weeks whether or not that man passes your vibe check.
I mean, you could just give an honest answer about the things that you're looking for and choose better men. Guys, these girls, they think it's like some ridiculously hard process to choose men. It's really not. Guys, I made this point a few videos ago, right? But I want you guys to imagine that there's probably, you know, 99% of you watching right now. I don't know really, but you know, the majority of you watching right now don't have a daughter, okay? I want you to imagine for a moment that you had a daughter and you had to choose a partner, a man for your daughter. You could choose a good man, right? It wouldn't be that hard for you. You'd know the things to look for. You know the morals, okay? You would look for these things, and you'd be able to find a good man for your daughter. And yet these girls are all out here, you know, thinking it's some sort of Olympic sport and some sort of like spy mission out here to dodge the lasers from all the manipulation that men are throwing out. It's like, it's not that deep, man. It's not hard to choose a man, but they all find it so damn difficult, don't they?
Stay woke.
Yeah, guys, and stay woke, apparently. But before we continue with today's video, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, you're going to have to forgive me. I'm a little bit tired. I'm about to head to bed, man. But I thought I'd get out this video for you guys, just going over some absolute clownery. And as you know it, guys, on today's show, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. But before we crack in, gentlemen, make sure you come and join us over on Locals. You already know the drill. The link is in the description, guys. Totally free to go and join. Support options if you're interested. But let's continue on with today's episode.
You know what maturing is? Maturing is when you realize that those boring, blue-collar men that don't do nothing but work, drink beer, and fix shit, those are the husband material.
Yeah, guys, when you start... if you didn't quite catch that, basically what she just said was maturing was starting to realize that she wants a hard-working man. Right, girls will always try and cover up their, you know, I think a man named, I think Rollo Tomasi worded it like this first. I've got no idea, but you know, they always try and make their necessity look like a virtue, guys, turning their necessity into a virtue. And I find that so incredibly disgusting, where these girls will be like, yeah, I've matured, right? I'm ready for a real man. You didn't mature. You didn't grow up. Your brain hasn't developed any more than when you were 20 something years of age or whenever it maxes out for women. I've got no idea. Okay. But you're not any more mature. It's just that your situation now necessitates a man who works hard and who's going to take care of you. right? And this is why I say, guys, when these girls, they start to get into their decline, they start to need a man, guys, you are not obligated. In fact, I would encourage you not to go out here and save these girls who could have been quote unquote saved at any given point in time.
Maturing is when you realize that those boring, blue-collar men that don't do nothing but work, drink beer, and fix shit, those are the husband material.
And notice how she uses the word boring there, guys. Right? Girls get bored, man. I can't remember. I was watching a video earlier today, and some I can't remember for the life of me who it was, guys. I'm very tired right now, but he was going over the fact that girls, guys, they get really bored. They really do. They get really bored. And the fact of the matter is that, you know, over time, you can take her out to a new place, you can do this, you can do that, but over time, you know, the tingles start to die away, guys, and she gets bored, right? And this is what I'm talking about, like, where people don't want to make things work anymore, they don't want to be honest, they just want that new and exciting thing.
Get ready with me for a Guy's House Toxic Edition.
I'll be having a mustache like El Chapo.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, this kid is literally the Urban Dictionary definition tool bag, but I'm lacking affection really bad, and I'm also really horny and bored, so here I am. It takes a lot for me to be attracted to someone, and quite honestly, it doesn't work out in my favor, because I swear their fucking coddled them as a kid and told them they were the hottest piece of ass they've ever seen in their entire lives, because they just don't know how to treat women. There's actually...
Yeah, guys, they don't know how to treat women, right? When she says that, what she really means is they don't know, they won't commit to me. That's what she really means. And, you know, she talks about entitlement. She talks about a man who, you know, who in her own perception has been coddled since he's been a little child, right? Because obviously that's the only rational reason why he wouldn't want to commit to her, apparently. But it's interesting how, you know, individuals such as this, guys, they will talk about men being entitled, right? And men, you know, going out here and not committing to them, aka they don't know how to treat a woman, right? They feel perfectly entitled, by the way, to a dude's body and a dude's commitment, but turn around the other way around and it's a complete issue. But it's just super funny to me, man, how ironic this is that we have individuals like this quite literally painting her face, talking about entitlement when she's sitting here complaining about men won't commit to her, right?
a guy I really like that I plan on cuffing soon, but I want to have a little fun with the toxic ones before I get serious. I'm gonna be a really good girlfriend to the right one, but not to this kid, because he needs an ego check. He literally stares at himself in the mirror. And yes, he's hot. That's the only reason I'm going over. Now I know what you're thinking. If he's so toxic, why are you going to his house? See, the thing is it's always the toxic ones that are good looking, and I'm completely about looks. We're working on it. See, the thing I don't like about...
We're working on it, she says. Guys, she's not working on it. Okay, call me cynical, guys, but I never believe this crap when girls say, like, oh, I'm going to be, like, a good wife in the future, right? I'm going to be a good girlfriend in the future. No, you're not. Right? No, you're not. Okay, you're still going to be attracted to the same men that you're attracted to at the, you know, right now. Those bad boys, those super attractive, aesthetic men, as you would describe them. You're still going to be attracted to those guys, even if you go up, you know, in a few years, however many years that may be. You turn around and you decide to get married. You are still going to be attracted to those men, and you are going to be unhappy in any kind of stable relationship that you may have. And guys, girls will complain about dudes who are attractive and who have options, but the fact of the matter is that the average girl has more options than a highly attractive man anyway. So you sitting here complaining about how he doesn't know how to treat women, imagine how the majority of women treat men, but they never see it from that perspective, guys. They never will, truth be told.
Society is everyone says, like, you shouldn't go for looks, like, whatever, good guys never get a chance. Literally you, because guys only go for looks. Like, they're not gonna go for the ugly ones. Like,
Yeah, guys only go for looks, apparently. You see, this is the kind of crap that's ridiculous, man, because guys are we're constantly told that we're the superficial ones, okay? And my counter argument to this is, it really doesn't take a lot to make a man happy. You don't have to be the most attractive girl on earth. Right? You really don't. A lot of men would be happy for a relationship where the girl is, get this, guys, just not absolutely crazy and not overweight. Right? Like a lot of men with those two criteria alone would say, yeah, I could live with that. That sounds good. Not crazy, not overweight. Okay? And those are only two criteria, and a lot of men would look at that and go, yeah, you know, you add on top of that a girl who's pleasant, right? A girl who can cook, and then like a lot of men will be like, yep, that's fantastic, I'll take that, thank you very much, right? But the thing is, guys, is it's not the same the other way around. And girls like this, man, girls in general, society in general, will try and tell men that we're the superficial ones and we have these high standards and we only go for women who are super attractive. It's like, no, most men are not hard to please. Most men, guys, can be convinced to work their entire life to provide for a family off of just some gratitude, just a bit of gratitude. Right, gratitude goes such a long way for men, guys. There is a reason, that men are correlated towards dogs and crap like that, guys. The loyalty, right? The desire oftentimes to do hard work, meaningful work, guys. Stick around, thick and thin. Those are attributes of men, right?
Like, I'm sorry, but I did not work my ass off in the gym to get a
Baby girl, this is your sign to
Yo,
literally just like act like he doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Going off on him is gonna be like, okay, like, yeah, maybe he'll be a little pissed, but like acting like he doesn't exist and never did is gonna hurt him way more than that. Just saying.
Listen up.
And guys, great video, by the way. Whenever you hear stuff like this, feel free to just apply it to your own life, guys, because these girls are just, you see, whenever they say stuff like this, it's super effective on them. It really is. It's funny to me, guys, how girls will say, oh, men just can't survive without attention. Have you ever withdrawn your attention from a girl, guys? That is some of the funniest crap you'll ever see. I tell you what, guys, like, if a girls will, if you guys have ever had, girls send you pictures and they'll be like, oh, how do I look or whatever, guys? If you don't directly compliment a girl, my word, do they lose their mind. Like, if a girl messages you and she's like, oh, how do I look? I just got like a new dress or something like that, and you don't compliment her, and instead you say, oh, that's a nice color, or like, that's an interesting material. Shout out to AMS, right? You say that's an interesting material, right? Girls they'll start to get frustrated because you haven't complimented them. You haven't given them the attention. You've given the dress material attention, but you haven't given them. And that's super funny to me, man, where they'll say that dudes can't do without attention. But if you withdraw attention from them, guys, it's like, I swear to you, man, it's like the world is ending. The world is, everything else can go to hell, right? Third world countries, all these awful things happening in the world. No, but these girls don't give a crap, man. Where the hell is their attention? You know what I mean?
Listen up, my love. Effort is a direct reflection of interest, okay? If they are not putting in the effort to get you, to keep you, to see you, any of the things, they're actually not that interested, okay?
Guys, I've asked this question on the show before, and like, this is something I think a lot of American women do, where they have like really short, like, this is how they do their hair so that they can wear wigs and stuff like that. A lot of you guys have told me, like, what on earth? You know what I mean? Like, what on earth? But obviously, guys, we got the red flags of the semi-chest tattoos, okay, going up over the shoulders, guys. And you know what, guys, she's right. Like, that's the thing. She's actually right. Is effort is how interested someone is in you. If someone's not putting in a lot of effort, they're not too interested in you, which I agree with that. Okay. It's just interesting how these girls start to realize as they get older and older, and even if they do realize, it doesn't matter because they chase the dudes who don't put in any effort anyway, right?
And despite what they say, because people will say a lot of things, but remember, actions always speak louder than words, okay? Actions speak louder than words, and effort is a direct reflection of interest.
And you know what, guys? Like, I agree with her. I can't really knock her for what she's saying here, unless I'm missing something a little bit out of it right now. But for the most part, I really agree with what she just said right there. The question becomes, do you think she's putting into practice? Right? Obviously, I don't know this girl's TikTok, or actually I see her name, but I don't know her personally, guys. But what do you think? Do you reckon she's putting it into practice? Because I see a lot of women on the internet, they'll say stuff like this, but yet, the past 5, 10, 15 years of their life, they've, done nothing but do exactly this, and they continue to do exactly this. And when I say exactly this, I mean chase men who have low interest and put in low effort, for example.
It's just that simple.
Look, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but this needs to be said, and it's bullshit. The data doesn't lie, and neither does the majority of people's experiences. I experience gender-based discrimination in the workplace. I'm a woman who works in STEM. I am a product designer and web designer. I have noticed a significant pattern and trend of the way male clients speak to me versus female clients and the way that they speak to me. If we look at the numbers, there is a trend that male clients really do talk down to me and treat me like a fucking secretary. And I've been bulldozed, I've been harassed, I've been bullied, I get cursed out in emails, and it baffles me. And for female clients, I do not have that experience at all. It is incredibly positive, rave reviews, and it is a night and day 180 difference. And I'm just honestly shocked by this.
I'd be interested to know what exactly it is that she does. Okay, if she's in web development and marketing, I think that's what she said. I'm not going to go back, but I'm pretty sure that that's what she said. I swear to you, man, if she's one of those people that, like, you know, calls and message, like, they just somehow get your phone number. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Those people who they somehow get your phone number, they somehow get your email, and they start messaging you, asking if you need assistance with XYZ. It's like, of course you're going to get negative feedback. And yeah, the men are typically going to give you more negative feedback than women. Okay, guys, I find it weird how she didn't mention exactly her job. You know what? We'll actually go back. We'll buy it, and we'll actually go and see what she said right here.
This needs to be said, and it's bullshit. The data doesn't lie, and neither does the majority of people's experiences. I experience gender-based discrimination in the workplace. I'm a woman who works in STEM. I am a product designer and web designer.
Product designer and web designer. Right, guys, to me, like, when I think about that in my head, and when I think about what that actually means, is someone who builds Shopify websites, for example, and puts on clothing merch and stuff like that. Like, they design merch and then they put that on the website, right? And in order to do a job like that, you have to reach out to a lot of people who, in all likelihood, don't want to be contacted. Okay, but guys, like that's just my thought on it. But notice how she goes straight to the fact that she's being discriminated against when, I don't know, she doesn't seem to mention the male perspective at all, because there's a good chance that the men who work in the exact same position probably get negative feedback from men more so than women as well, because women are more agreeable in general, guys, right? So that's just what it is.
I've been bulldozed, I've been harassed, I've been bullied, I get cursed out in emails, and...
Yeah, and what makes you think that's gender specific, by the way? Right? Like, you've presented no evidence to suggest that men in your particular field don't experience the exact same thing, guys. See, I never believe videos like this anymore, guys, because when you start asking questions, and obviously we don't have the full information available to us, but I notice, guys, that when you start asking questions, all of it just starts to fall apart, right?
And it baffles me. And for female clients, I do not have that experience at all. It is incredibly positive, rave reviews, and it is a night and day 180 difference. And I'm just honestly shocked by this. I have about 10 years of client-facing experience, and when I switched to STEM, this is just like baffling to me. Gender discrimination is so real. It's real.
Yeah, guys, it's real. Don't disagree with her, guys. Obviously, she's presented no real evidence here, guys, but obviously she's a bit upset and she got on TikTok, so we have to believe her. But guys, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode depending on how things go, but we're going to be jumping into this little article here that I wanted to show you gentlemen, just as kind of a funny piece to continue today's episode with. So I'm going to pull this up right now if I can hit the damn right button. All right, so take a look at this. We have here a woman, guys, and this was written in February 2022, and she says, "This is why I always have bedroom fun on the first date." And as you can see, guys, we've got her pictures here, and again, this is again one of the many reasons why men start to walk away from dating, or at least seriously committing to girls in general, because when you read headlines like this, guys, you start to realize, hey, why would I give up my commitment anyway when I don't have to? And I know, like, some of you are probably thinking to this girl, but you get the point, okay? You get the point. Let's continue. What happened there? If the cult classic rom-coms we obsessively watched on repeat as teenagers taught us anything, it's that you shouldn't have bedroom fun on the first date. After all, the key messages we were told time and time again was that they'll never see you as a serious girlfriend material if you jump into bed straight away. Eye roll. I don't understand why this is an eye roll, by the way. right? If you want to go out there and you want to have lots of bedroom fun, quick bedroom fun with different dudes, hey, that, you know, that's up to you. That's your decision to make. But to pretend as though men are not going to consider you less girlfriend material and less wife material is outright ridiculous. Okay, because again, guys, like, why would you make a wife out of an individual who has been with your town? You know, it just makes absolutely no sense to me. But let's continue on. But even though we're old and wise enough to now know that it's your compatibility that determines if the relationship will go the distance, this key message is never far from our minds on first dates. One person who is trying to shake this dating myth, it's not a myth, is bedroom fun and relationships writer Mary Rose Madigan. In a personal essay for Mamma Mia, the Sydney-based, oh, why is it Sydney, man? The Sydney-based writer said she's actually found it to be highly effective. Really? Okay, if it's highly effective, where's her husband and where's her ring? Guys, that's always my question for like these dating experts, these dating coaches, these whatever you want to call them. Is like, okay, if you're a girl, right, the way we measure your success in the dating world is, your success is not determined by how many dudes you can get to pay attention to you. Because you're a girl, you can wake up, you can take a bath, you could post a photo on Instagram, dudes are going to like the photo, okay? That's not what makes you successful at dating. Can you keep a guy around? Can you keep a quality guy around who respects himself, right? And by default, guys, if you're going out here and you're doing this stupid crap, any guy who you're going to keep around is going to be a man who doesn't have self-respect anyway. Like, let's just call it for what it is, but let's continue. She says, this is a highly effective approach. She explained, honestly, have fun with a man you are attracted to straight away if you want. It's fabulous. Also, it's very time efficient. Wow, that's concerning that she says it like that, almost as though it's happening multiple times in a day, which I wouldn't be as shocked as to not believe. But let's continue. When she first entered the world of dating, Mary says she felt like she had to withhold any kind of intimacy to ensure guys would remain interested in her. And here we have a photo continuing on. Mary said the approach didn't stop her from finding love. I'd be interested to know what kind of individual her man is, but let's continue. This meant that she would save bedroom fun for the third or fifth date, and by that point she would be pretty romantically entangled with the guy. She added, this meant if the bedroom fun was bad or it didn't work, or if there was the man, words are blurring together. I'm skipping that bullcrap. As Mary didn't think bad bedroom fun was a big enough reason to break up, she ended up dragging out the relationship, even though she felt deeply unfulfilled. And here we have her in a sweater thing going on. Anyway, after going through this process a few times, it dawned on Mary that something had to change, and she decided to stop withholding the... Wait. So, did this woman withhold the bedroom fun and was unable to get commitment? Is that what I just read? Blah, 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 blah. She ended up dragging... I don't know. Let's continue. Describing how it made dating more fun, she added, I wasn't trying to play a strategic game, balancing just the right amount of fun without ever seeming too much. Instead, I was going on what felt right. It was much more simple and a pleasurable system. Yeah, guys, because why would you do something that makes sense, right? When you could, and guys, the reason why I say it makes sense is because there used to be a time where the commitment was up front and then the bedroom fun was after, okay? But now everybody's just doing whatever the hell they want. They're jumping from one partner to the next, and everything's entirely screwed up, guys. Like, and the thing is, like, I have no issue with girls who come out here and say, like, look, I'm saving myself for marriage, or I want commitment up front. The question is, did you always want commitment up front? If the answer is no, then have fun continuing without the ring. But anyway, guys, obviously, apparently a pleasurable system and going on what feels right is the best thing to do. Okay, which it never is. But guys, if a simple, pleasurable, and what feels right system is what's best, then hey, why would anyone ever go to the gym, guys? You know what I mean? Why would you put yourself through the pain, guys? You know what I mean? Why would you make a complex workout routine, guys, and spend all the time? No. Just go with a simple and pleasurable system, because apparently, guys, that's what's good in life. Let's continue. As this approach helped Mary weed out the guys she's not compatible with, she said it actually helped her carve out more time for herself too. Man. What's more, Mary says it hasn't stopped her from finding love either, as she is now in a happy relationship with a guy that she has been with since on the second date. She added, now we co-parent a pet chihuahua and we live in a tiny terrace together. I didn't even have to withhold fun for all of that to happen. Why? Because I met someone I liked who liked me, and the chemistry was there from the very beginning. I'd be interested to know what kind of man this individual is, but anyway, as this approach helped Mary, blah, blah, blah. And that is the end of the story right there. But I just kind of wanted to show you this, guys. Because hey, we're in the date where, we're in the day and age, guys, where why not just do everything that feels fun, just do everything that feels pleasurable, guys. And I'm sure everything is going to work out. Screw the nuclear family, guys. Screw doing anything in any sort of sensible fashion, guys. Let's just go out here. Let's just have a bit of fun. And that's what 2022 is going to devolve into, or is already devolved into, as we continue onwards. But guys, as we wrap up today's show, we're going to be looking at one final Reddit story. Again, just a quick shout out to locals, guys. Make sure that you come and join us over there, okay? Again, totally free to go and join, and we're going to segue right into this Reddit story. So I don't know, what is this title here? The title is, my girlfriend of 2 years broke up with me for her ex and now she wants me back. All right. Hi, I'm a 19-year-old male and she's a 19-year-old female. We have been together for 2 years. She has broken up with me for random reasons. Honestly random. About 10 times. 10 times, guys. This woman has broken up with this man, or vice versa, right? Whatever, for 10 times, guys. Why on earth men keep going back to girls like this is beyond me, man. Beyond me. There's always this idea like, oh, everybody should go out here. Let's get counseling. Let's fix our relationships. You know what I mean? Hey, if somebody cheats on you, if somebody does these awful things, guys, I've said this on the channel before, but if you go through infidelity, that's not something you fix, right? You tell the girl to get out of your damn house, okay? Like all this like, oh yeah, let's just, we're going to treat each other like crap, but we're going to fix it. No. How about we work? How about we have a relationship where either side doesn't treat each other like crap, and then you work through issues off of that. But no, everybody's out here, guys, again, breaking up 10 times. 10 times, man. I have not been perfect. Sometimes I'm pretty boring and I'm a picky eater. I didn't make it clear that I wanted to live with her, etc. But I was a good boyfriend in general, normal. But I know I wasn't perfect and played my role in the issues. Guys, I'm so sick of hearing this crap where men think that they're the problem because they're a picky eater. What did this guy say? He thinks he's the problem because he's sometimes pretty boring and he's a picky eater. Right, this is the kind of crap I'm talking about, guys, where men, we seem to think that we're the problem, that we're the issue, because we've been convinced by the people around us, and it's for minor crap like this. Yeah, some people are picky eaters, some people are pretty boring. Okay, it is what it is, but apparently, guys, we're just the problem because of that just amazes me, guys. I have some dudes on Patreon, guys, and I used to do calls over there, and I'd have guys, well, I wouldn't have guys do this, but some guys would offer, and they would explain, their past relationships and the things that they've gone through in life and stuff like that, right? And I would have these calls with these guys over there. I don't do these calls anymore, but I would have these calls, and guys would explain these things to me, and a lot of men kind of look for permission to go like, was I really doing anything wrong? Right, and I have to tell these guys a lot of the times, it's like, guys, you're not doing anything wrong. These girls are just psycho, man. They're just absolutely crazy, okay? Just because you're a picky eater and you're pretty boring doesn't make you a problem, all right? Let's continue. She went to a party, blah, blah, blah. So this guy thinks his issues. She went to a party that her ex and a bunch of other people we went to high school with were at and ended up flirting with him and drinking while I was asleep home at 2 to 3 a.m. I wake up and started calling her and she wouldn't answer the phone and asked one of my friends who was there to lie and say that she was asleep. Man, I tell you what, excuse me, girls and their friends, like, you might think that You know, if you've got a girlfriend, guys, and she's got a group of friends, and you get along with her group of friends, and you think that you're friends with her group of friends, let me be the first to tell you that you are not. If things go south, her friends will be on her damn side. Okay? And if you're a dude who's really attractive, what'll happen is the girls will be on her side, and then the girls will try and get with you afterwards while we're still pretending to be on her side, okay? But the fact of the matter is, guys, is those girls are not your friends. Okay, let me just tell you that right now. You can choose to not believe me. Tell me I'm cynical, guys, but you watch and let me know how that goes if you're in a relationship, and come back to me in a couple years, all right? Let's continue. I wake up and started calling her, and she wouldn't answer the phone, and asked one of my friends who was there to lie and say that she was asleep. Again, girls' friends will always cover for them, guys. Then, of course, he didn't lie. He told me, okay, when I say this, I mean girls, not dudes, right? So I didn't read this far ahead, guys, but girls will lie for other girls, if you see what I'm saying. Let's continue. Then she answers the phone and apologizes and puts on a sad voice. Then she says, okay, I'll text you. 20 minutes go by. I get a text of her saying that she wants to break up. She won't return my calls, nothing. Yeah, because what happened is she went to this party. She found this guy and her ex, and she didn't find him. She went there knowing that he was there, by the way. She's having bedroom fun with him as she types that message to you, and she breaks up so that she can say that she was in the morally correct zone, and not feel so crap about it. Anyway, apparently she didn't tell me who or what was going on at the party because she didn't want me to make her feel bad or going to kill her vibe, as she said. Then I find out she's getting comforted by other guys there, including her ex, and a few hours later they made out. They started texting, etc. Yeah, no, that's not what happened. They had fun, and then, you know, then you got the message, right? It didn't happen in this particular order. 2 days of me in pain go by. I can't help but try and talk to her, of course, but she then showed no real want to get me back, so I leave it alone. 3rd day, she's begging for me to come back. She's saying that she's sorry. I am a naturally sensitive person. I hate seeing loved ones cry, but I don't know what to do. Too long didn't read. She broke up with me and got with her ex a few hours later, and now she wants me back. Guys, I've said this many times before, but, you know, girls who want you back, guys, just leave them in the past, because that is where they belong. Gentlemen, we're going to be calling today's episode there. Went a bit longer than I actually expected. Guys, once again, for a final time, don't forget to come and join us over on Locals, guys. The link is in the description. If anything happens to us here on YouTube, guys, you will be notified over there. There's also support options if you're interested in supporting the channel, but I'm just grateful for you guys to be watching as always. Guys, we're going to be calling it there. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's video. With that being said, make sure you go and show some love to the editor of today's video, guys. You can find free Apple Watch wallpapers over on his website, www.applewatchfaces.io. Make sure you head over there, guys, and bookmark the tab to show some support for your boy. He's gone through the blood, sweat, and tears of putting together today's video, guys, so make sure to go and show him some support for what he has endured today. Take it easy, guys, and peace for real this time.